Hey YouTube, I'm in my car on lunch break. I figured I would come on and record a video for you all. So I had my appointment yesterday and it went about the same as it did years ago. So when I first got there, my husband did a semen analysis. I don't have those results back yet, but his last one from a couple of years ago was normal, and so I actually need to call and get those results back. Today. So he did the semen analysis, and then I did a vaginal ultrasound because I guess my doctor she utilized the time in the best way possible. So I really like this place because they don't really waste your time. And so I had my consultation, I had a vaginal ultrasound, my husband had a semen analysis, and you know, she did like the records review records request prior to us getting there. So she definitely tried to use our time the best that she could without wasting any time. So the results of the semen analysis are still pending. The results of my vaginal ultrasound, she looked at my uterus to make sure that it was shaped properly, and she also looked at my ovaries to see how many follicles I had, because I'm not sure what day I am. I think I'm like cycle day 15 or 16. And so today is ovulation day. And so yesterday was the appointment, and I let her know, you know, like I'm supposed to ovulate tomorrow. So they checked my follicles, and I had 8 on the left side and 12 on the right side. And she said that, you know, the normal or average or whatever is from 6 to 8. That's what they want to see. And so being that I had 8 on one side and 12 on the other, that's pretty good, she said. And so she said most likely I'll probably end up falling back into the same category as unexplained infertility. Okay, it's the next day. I stopped recording the other one. But so yeah, so she said that I would fall back into the same probably fall back into the same category as unexplained infertility. She wants to do, so I have to go back in and do blood work on cycle day 2, 3, and 4. And they'll run some more tests, but I've also already had those tests done years ago. So those should all come back normal. I guess testing the hormones, and I did ask some specific questions about some things that have been going through my mind over the past couple of years. I asked her about the diminished, what is it? I think it's called diminished ovarian reserve, or I might be saying it wrong, but I said it right when I asked her. And it's basically like not producing good quality eggs. And I asked her about that. That's what they test for during the blood workup too. And she said most likely I don't have that because I had so many follicles. And I asked about false positives on OPKs. So I told her, like, yeah, my app says I ovulate tomorrow. And then she's like, oh yeah, you definitely use OPKs. And I was like, well, I use them, but I use them, but I've heard that you can get a false positive on the OPK. And she was like, well, usually it's for people who have PCOS, or and people who have PCOS, usually their levels are high all the time, so they can get a false positive anytime during the month or anytime during the cycle. And she's like, for you, your OPK should be right on. And I was like, oh, okay. So that was good to know. And then I asked her another question that I've been wondering about, as far as like hostile sperm, like hostile cervical mucus, and like my mucus actually killing the sperm while it's in, So she was like, well, they used to test for that years ago, but they don't test anymore because it's been kind of proven that your cervical mucus can't kill the sperm, but you can't have like an unhealthy environment for the sperm to travel. But they have so many things out now, like as far as like the lubricants and such to help with that. So, and I said before that I didn't get the results of the semen analysis back. She called yesterday and we got those back, and the results of that were normal. So as much as I want to find something, fix the problem, you know, I'm not necessarily looking at these things as a super bad thing, because I can't do it that way. I can't look at it as a super bad thing. So I look at it as a semi-positive, like a positive thing, because there's nothing that they can test that is wrong. And in my eyes, it makes it hopefully more likely that an IUI would work. So, but we'll have another sit-down. She didn't go over the results of the semen analysis with me. I actually missed a call, and she left a message saying that it was normal and that she would go over the results when we had another day to sit down and talk about them. Yeah, so a lot happened in that appointment. And so, yeah, and I got the cost of the IUI, which I was expecting it to cost less than, but she said that the actual procedure was $625, I think she said. So that was, you know, and then like having to do multiple ones, and or maybe even going to an IVF. I didn't even ask them how much IVF was, because I guess that since there are only a few close by, they can charge what they want to charge. But yeah, me and my husband, we took advantage of that opportunity when she was able to look at my follicles and, you know, tell that I was ovulating. So we'll see how this month goes, because I'm still trying to have the baby any way possible, but during the process I'm working my way up towards an IUI. And I got to do some more blood work, and I think I need to get some more records transferred to my new clinic. But we are on the road to a baby. So, but stay tuned for more updates, and thanks for watching. Bye.